Hello, and welcome back to the stage of destiny. I'm just playing. This is the Saverings over at V-Gaming. I know I haven't been around in about 2 weeks, but I'm about to make up for it today. We're gonna do a double header, a double dose of this Matt Piscatella Circana NPD concurrent player information. So, in case you haven't followed, follow us on Steam and on X at V-Gaming. And let's just get right into it. You know how we usually do. Today we're going to be looking at the previous weeks and the current weeks concurrent player counts in North America for Xbox, PlayStation, and Steam in North America. So here we're going to take a look. This is for 2 weeks ago. This is for the week ending August 23rd. Today is now the 8th, so it's this week ending right here. So Hollow Knight rankings, the original Hollow Knight. And I too will admit that I just dipped into the Hollow Knight yesterday. The Saverings played Hollow Knight for the first time because I hear this game is the shit, and I played for 19 minutes and 19 seconds, 20 minutes here. And from what I could see, it's pretty solid. I get why people like it. It always looked kind of cool to me, and all of my Souls YouTubers and people that I know that are into similar games all swear up and down on it. So, you know what? And I've had some friends who played it recently. So yeah, it definitely makes sense, and I contributed to it. So we got Hollow Knight, 52nd on Steam, up from 246. 158 on Xbox, up from 436. 259 on PlayStation, up from only. PlayStation fans, what do y'all be playing, man? Honestly, what do you guys be playing? Because all this, ever since Uncharted 1, all I've heard you guys ever talk about is the 3D. Hang on, let me find the third-person action adventure. Open worldish, cinematic mini-map collectathon walking cutscene simulator with crafting, stealth elements, and light RPG elements. That's all you guys fucking play. Was that Broken Games HD that tried to play Doom 2016 for the first time, and he was trying to play like a cover shooter, like he was playing like Gears of War or like Uncharted or The Last of Us? You guys have been so trained to play the same exact type of game over and over and over. And even look, okay, so look on Steam. Hollow Knight went up to 52nd from 246. It went up from 158 from 436 on Xbox. And on PlayStation, it barely moved. On Steam, it jumped up a lot too in Mexico, and it jumped up a lot too in Canada. What do you guys be playing on PlayStation, man? Well, let's find out, shall we? Let's see. Battlefield 2042 jumped from in top 10 on US. Wow. So everybody got a little taste of Battlefield 6, which is looking more like regular Battlefield. So they went back and they tried 2042. You know, EA, it's almost like if you make a good Battlefield game, people will show up for them. It's almost like that. Even your last couple ones before 2042 that were kind of mediocre-ish, they were still Battlefield games, so people did still show up for those. They weren't quite doing the numbers you guys probably would have wanted because you screwed them up for other reasons. But the people that were into Battlefield were there. And people still play Bad Company 2, and people still play Battlefield 3 and 4. Those games are still in heavy rotation relatively. Count your blessings that in a world of Call of Duties and a billion other shooters and a billion free-to-play games that collectively there's probably at any given time 500,000 people playing your 3 or 4 Battlefield games that are still in circulation. That's pretty good. Delta Force debuted because people got a taste of that when the beta ended. They wanted to go play Delta Force, and Battlefield 6 ended on August 17th. So let's take a look. So here's the usual, you guys. You got PlayStation here on the left, Xbox here on the right, PlayStation in the blue, Xbox in the purple. This is for cumulative, not concurrent. So not the peak of how many people were playing, but how many total people played for that week. So as always, we got Call of Duty, Fortnite, Roblox, GTA 5, NBA 2K25, NBA 2K25, Delta Force, Marvel Rivals, Oh, that's right, and Delta Force is new on the consoles, so that's why that jumped up. Marvel Rivals, Battlefield 6, Minecraft, Madden 26, Madden 26. I just watched the Angry Joe review of that this morning. And bless your heart, Angry Joe. I get it. And thank you for saying the things that have to be said out loud. And thank you for ripping into them. And thank you for yelling at them. But Madden stays in the top 15. There's no incentive for them to change or clean things up. I am excited, though, because, however, like you mentioned in that video, this is the last year. Next year, they're going to be up for renewal. And hopefully the NFL paid attention to what FIFA did and took that license away from them. So we'll see. Hopefully the NFL will wise up and be like, hey, you know, we can make even more money if there's like 10 NFL license games and a Madden, you know? So we'll see. I pray to God they do that and they split that license up amongst multiple parties. So we got Minecraft, Mortal Kombat 1. That must have been the game on PSN Plus. WWE 2K. That's just barely off the top 15 over here, I bet. Same thing with Mortal Kombat. I bet that's barely off because, look, it was number 28. So we got Apex Legends, Siege, Madden 25. Okay, so let's count how many games are the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 of the top 15 games are the exact same games. And as always, let's look over on the PlayStation chart. How many PlayStation games are on the PlayStation top 15? Not a one. How many Xbox games? 1, 2. There's 2 Xbox games in the top 15 on the PlayStation. Let's take a look over here. What are the differences? So there's 12. So there's 3 different games. So Grounded 2, Forza Horizon, and what's the difference games? Grounded 2, Forza Horizon. And instead of WWE, what we got over here in Mortal Kombat 1? What's different? Rocket League, Grounded 2, and Forza. Let's count how many Xbox games are actually on here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 Xbox games over here, but I thought Xbox gamers didn't buy games. They definitely buy their own games, that's for sure. And you guys buy their games too. So that is this. That's from 2 weeks ago. You guys keep my 3 weeks ago now at this point. Let's move over to the PC side. This is Steam in North America. You got United States here in pink. You got Canada here in purple. And you got Mexico over here in the orange. Keep an eye on the Mexican charts because theirs are always a little bit different. So we got Battlefield 6, Counter-Strike, Peak, Marvel Rivals, Helldivers 2. Oh, here's a PlayStation game finally on Steam. Battlefield 2042. They don't give a crap about that over here. Deadlock. Really? Deadlock came out? Hold on. Is that like a beta or something? Deadlock. What's this game all about? Deadlock is an early development with lots of temporary art and experimental gameplay to friend invite via our play testers. But there was enough people to... it's a MOBA? Is that like just like a little sneak peek or something? 22 seconds. Third-person shooter, multiplayer action MOBA. What in the world? It's still in development. Access is currently limited to friend invite versus video. You know what? I have a friend or 2 on my friends list that works at Steam. I should hit them up and see about getting in on this. But it was enough to make the top 15 on Steam. Okay, that's interesting. Rocket League. And every single time I have to point out, Rocket League has not been sold on Steam since 2015, since 2020. So all these copies, all these people still playing it have been playing it since at least 2020. That's crazy. Dead by Daylight. Okay. Baldur's Gate 3, which I've been playing a lot of, so I've contributed to these numbers. Destiny 2. Oh, look, another PlayStation game, technically. This is all the way a PlayStation game now since they're absorbing Bungie into themselves. Night Rain. TF2. Good to see TF2 making a comeback. They added the server browsers back, so I've been messing with it a little bit myself. Cyberclunk. Nope. Dota 2. This is my favorite game to watch. They're doing all the pre-tournament for the international right now. So I watch all that stuff. I watch Techie's Official. I watch Rank 1. I watch Dotown. I watch Crypto Hill Gaming. I watch they used to be Cardell's, but it's like called like Dota Cinema now or something. Yeah, I love watching Dota. It's my favorite game to watch that I suck at. It's my favorite game that I'm complete trash at. I can't play it at all. So over here in Canada, we got all the same games pretty much, except for Pretty Derby. That's the horse waifu racing game, and Warframe. And then, like I said, keep an eye on the Mexican charts because they always have a couple of outliers. Left 4 Dead 2, still a great game, but how's that still just going strong over here? Overwatch 2. Who plays Overwatch 2 on Steam? And people in Mexico, apparently. I guess they didn't have Battle.net down there. Balatro still hanging around. It's almost been a year since this game's been on this list. And then Team Fortress 2. So, yeah, that's what's going on Steam in North America. So, on that note, let's go right over to the latest charts. And these are the latest charts. There's some things on here. Matt Pescatella's entire feed here would make for some great topics. I'm seeing all more trash about Game Pass that people are talking shit on. It's fine. Hot on the heels of former Bethesda. This is why your former Bethesda executive Pete Hines questioning Xbox Game Pass as a business strategy. These are the same people that have Amazon Prime subscriptions. You don't see them questioning that. And I'm sure they watch and buy movies and games and series on Amazon Prime, but you don't see them questioning that, do you? No, you don't. What is so difficult about this? Phil Spencer and the leadership over there at Microsoft have come out and said repeatedly how this works, but they act like it's some big weird thing. Insisting Microsoft subscription service creates weird inner tensions. Between who? Between who? Weird inner tensions where? I see plenty of places. I saw Warner Brothers stuff on Netflix the other day. There's a Batman Aztec movie coming out on Prime Video. That's Warner Brothers selling their stuff to Amazon. There's all sorts of other studio stuff on other people's streaming platforms. What do you mean weird inner tensions? Are you talking about you, Pete Hines? It's weird to you? I'm sure cable TV was weird to traditional broadcasters when that came out, but they changed their tune real quick, didn't they? They made sure their channels were on cable, didn't they? You know, I'm sure the idea of recording TV shows off of a VHS at home or movies that came on TV off of VHS at home created weird inner tensions. But you guys sure were quick to put your movies in video rental stores, weren't you? You know? I'm sure uploading any of your media at all back in the late dial-up, early broadband days created weird inner tensions at your multimedia companies, but you guys for sure started putting your stuff up there, especially when YouTube came out. Huh? Don't you guys have subscription services at Bethesda that when you were there? Wasn't Elder Scrolls Online a thing when you were still there? Didn't you guys try to do the Bethesda store when you were still there? Didn't you guys do the Bethesda launcher when you guys were still there? That was fine, right? But Game Pass causes weird inner tensions. Anyway, we're not here for that. That's a whole other video. Silk Song is out. I kind of want to touch on that, but here we go. Circana Player Engagement Tracker, top 15 totals by weekly active users. This is for the week ending the 30th. So the last list was for the week ending here, and this is for the week ending here, and we are currently here. Which means on the 15th we'll get it for the week ending on the 6th. NBA 2K26 debuted at number 8. NBA 2K26 is out. I am so far out of the loop. 2K26. Wouldn't that be amazing if 2K got the NFL license back? I would play that.
Here we go.
Let's mute this because I don't know about copyright for this. What is this? Yeah, let's hoop and... I guess. I saw some video about how NBA 2K is an RPG now. Is that Giannis in a suit? Oh my god. Who cares? Who cares, really? Everyone knows the best. Yeah, look at that mixed. Everyone knows the best NBA 2K ever is NBA 2K 11 and 12. Those are the best two. Those are the ones with Jordan on the front. So whatever. All right. So NBA 2K26 debuted at number 8 on PlayStation, 13th on Xbox. Helldivers 2 launched 6th on Xbox. Wasn't those dudes? What's that podcast with like Nib and all those idiots, Hollow, whatever, saying it didn't even debut. They were talking about Final Fantasy 16, talking about it didn't debut. It debuted at number 4. They're talking about Helldivers. Helldivers sold more in its first couple of weeks on Xbox than it did on PlayStation. Like I said, what are you guys playing over there? I'm gonna die. Oh, it is there. Let me see. Helldivers, blah blah blah. 6 on Xbox. No Man's Sky sees a big player boost with the Voyagers update. Okay. So once again, as we just saw, PlayStation here in the blue, Xbox here in the purple. Call of Duty, Fortnite, Roblox, GTA 5, GTA 5, NBA 2K25, NBA 2K25, Delta Force, Marvel Rivals, 2K26, Madden 26, there we go, Madden 26, Minecraft, Mortal Kombat 1, again, that's from PSN Plus, WWE, I bet you that's right off the list here on Xbox. Helldivers 2. Look at Helldivers 2 actually showing up on PlayStation. That's pretty good because of the influx of players. So you could say the Helldivers 2 release is boosting the PlayStation release. The Xbox release is boosting the PlayStation release. College Football 26. 6 Siege. Now look over here. Isn't this interesting? Gears of War Reloaded and Helldivers 2 did not cannibalize each other. There was just as many players on paper playing both of them. That is insane. Rocket League is also different, and Apex Legends is also different. That's crazy. How many of the games are the same? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well, so 12. Also, again, this week. 12 of the top 15 are the same. 2 weeks in a row. Let's count how many PlayStation games are on this list. 1. Let's count how many. Now we can do it. Let's count how many PlayStation games are on the Xbox. 1. Oh, I love it. And it's the same game. There's a PlayStation game on the Xbox list. You'll love to see it. I love it. I love it, ponies. Where are you guys at? I love it. So we got so many Xbox games on the Xbox. 1, 2, 3. So there's 3 this week. There was 4 last time, right? I just did that list and I forgot. But this is very interesting. Let's hopefully see more of these. I would love it. So let's take over here. Look at Steam. So as we just did, North America, United States, Canada, Mexico. Helldivers 2 is number 1 because of the influx of it. You could say the Xbox version is boosting it again. Helldivers 2, Counter-Strike. You know you're doing well when you're doing more than Counter-Strike. Peak. Path of Exile 2. There must have been a big update for that. Went from 61st to 4th, 41st to 4th. And it's not really too popular down in Mexico. So Path of Exile 2. Marvel Rivals. Deadlock. No Man's Sky. 2042. Rocket League. And once again, like I just said, I got to point it out. They haven't sold this game on Steam since 2020, so these are the same people playing, including my son. Dead by Daylight. Now this is weird. Okay, there we go. Dead by Daylight. I was gonna say that's weird because Dead by Daylight is always on the list in Mexico, so that'd been weird for it to be on the other two and not on this one. Look at Hollow Knight. I guess people in Mexico hadn't really played it the first time. Let's see, Baldur's Gate 3. Once again, that's me. I contributed to that too. TF2, I contributed to that a little bit. Dota 2. I contribute to other traffic for Dota 2, not the gameplay. Warframe. Destiny 2. Look, another PlayStation game. There's 2 PlayStation games. There's a PlayStation game is number 1 and number 15 in North America on Steam. Think about that, you guys. PlayStation game on Steam is number 1 and number 15. That's crazy. We're living in some crazy times. Over here we got Cyberclunk and PUBG. And in Mexico, we got the other usual outliners, your Overwatch 2s, your Left 4 Deads, Sonic Racing Crossroads. I never got the Sonic Racing games. What does Sonic need a car for? I always thought that was goofy. They got the Pretty Derby. They love their horse waifus. No Man's Sky and Balatro. It's like Balatro might be on its way out. So there we go, you guys. We got a double header of the videos today. I really appreciate you guys watching this. I appreciate your patience. Thanks for tuning in. Follow us on X and on the Steam group. And you guys be good. Take it easy for a week. I'll see you next time. Ooh, wait, look at my chair. It looks bad there. I got to fix that. Peace.